Hello, I am the stay-at-home dad gamer, and these are my impressions of Phantasy Star Online 2 from PAX Prime 2012. I was really excited to play this game. I watched some gameplay video of it before, and it looked really cool. Phantasy Star Online was easily one of my favorite games for the GameCube. Now, I didn't play the Dreamcast one, sorry, but the GameCube one was so good. I kind of wish that I'd picked up the Plus edition, even though it didn't add much. I was probably just as poor back then. Anyway, the game was really fun. The combat was fast-paced, and I had lots of fun. It's more action-oriented, so it's very similar to the first one, but it's much more action-oriented. So you can dodge, you can block, you can move, you can jump. Pretty much anything you'd want from Phantasy Star, like in Phantasy Star Online 1, they put in here. Now, when I sat down to play it, they had an Xbox controller hooked up and a keyboard mouse. As a console gamer, I didn't even touch a keyboard and mouse. I picked up that controller, let's do this. Worked flawlessly. Worked just totally fine. The only problem I had was it was kind of cumbersome. It just took a bit to switch the different items because you had to use, I believe it was the bumpers. And no, it was the triggers. Sorry, excuse me, the triggers to move, and that it took a bit longer than it needed to. Just because you had to go one by one. I didn't try actually just hitting the one button on the keyboard. That would probably be the best way to play it, is so you can use the items real quickly by just hitting the keys, but also use the controller to get the good moving and aiming and playing it like an action game. I was the ranger. I switched with some younger lady because she wanted to play the girl character probably, and I would have been okay using the mage, but I did really want to try the ranger, so I ended up getting to try the character I wanted to try, as for what was my character back in the day. Although you started as preset guy, so I was this goofy human ranger wearing some kind of crazy eggshell or something. Anyway. You can scope in by clicking on the right stick, so it's a lot easier to aim, because otherwise you're shooting third-person action game style, so you don't get a crosshair normally. You're just shooting in the direction you point. It's kind of weird for shooting and ranged weaponry, but you clicked it and click the stick, you get the reticle. Works really well. The only problem is you shoot with the X button, so it's hard to aim and shoot really seamlessly. You kind of got to do a claw thing, or you aim first and then just keep hitting the button. Hopefully there's a way to, even if it's only just when you're scoped in, use the right trigger to attack. I don't anticipate they would put something like that in, but that would be really nice. And the weapons that they had, there was one when watching other people play, it was a set of claws that were partially whips. They would whip out and they could grab guys and you could do suplexes. Those looked really cool. Definitely a unique weapon. Looked really fun. I also, in the gameplay videos I had watched beforehand, there was one weapon I wanted to try. Thankfully the ranger has it. It's a short sword that when you hit the right bumper to access different abilities, it's a gun. So it's a melee weapon, medium strength, probably speed. It's medium melee weapon and a medium gun, and it was really an awesome weapon to try, because you can get, as what I wanted to play in Phantasy Star Online 1 was I had a pistol, but I also wanted to be able to use melee for up close, and it's cool that there's a weapon that does both. Totally psyched to use that, and it actually controlled pretty well. I also had a machine gun that I wish it shot really quickly, but then after each burst it took a bit longer than I'd like to shoot again. I don't know if there's different stats for that, like Borderlands, or if it's a balancing thing, but that's okay. I think I only got hit a few times since I was a distance character. And also with the weapons you earn special moves. So with the sword gun, I'll call it, with the sword mode you would get a rapid stab, or if you were in mid combo it'd be like an uppercut, which was kind of cool that they actually changed. But I love rapid hitting moves, so I like that. And for a gun, you shot out like an ice laser with actually, sorry, that was a machine gun. But one of the machine gun special moves, it shot out like an ice laser, which was really cool on the Fire Dragon boss. And I like that they had photon arts in the other games, but these seem a lot more seamless in that you can throw them in a combo. It's not just a separate move. It feels less clunky than Universe did, which is totally okay in my book. And, you know, you do the first mission, and in this demo, you did the first mission, then you go and fight a big boss. And the boss was cool, he was big, and he really took a beating, and that worries me. Very much, you know, JRPG idea of he just has tons of health. And while we killed it relatively quickly, and I believe all of us got an S on that mission, I still felt like he took too much damage. And I kind of worry if it scales for multiple people. Like, because we had 4, was he, you know, X amount of health, and that's why it took longer? So if you're single player, will it scale down so it doesn't take nearly as long? And I just kind of worry that it might be he might have just too much health, where if you're the right level for it, it takes too long to fight him, and it's either slightly fatiguing or you know, you might get bored or something, because he wasn't particularly hard, he just took a lot of hits. And as for making characters, there was tons of options. There was actually 2 stations set up where you could just fool around with the character creator, and that was actually a really cool idea on their part. The only problem is then there was only 4 stations to play on, and I didn't really want to get out of line to mess with the creator much, because I didn't want to lose my place. But I watched some people do it, and there are tons of options. And the game being free to play, I don't know how many of those are going to be included and how many of those are you buy separately. But with the faster paced combat, how fun it was, the changes they made, all the customization options, and it's free to play for PC. I'm so looking forward to this game. I'm just going to flat out say it. It was really fun, awesome, really want to play it. And there's supposed to be a Vita version. I doubt that'll be free because obviously they're going to charge, you know, $40 for it. And I'd kind of like to play that. But even though I don't really like playing PC games, free to play, I'd download this and it works right there with a 360 controller. I can plug in that. Maybe a PS3 controller would work too, hopefully. And you could do that, and oh man, I am totally looking forward to this game, and I'm very glad Sega is bringing it out. If there's any chance you can play this, I don't know if they'll put up a demo, or even when it comes out, definitely give this a chance if you like action games, if you like RPGs, and if you liked Phantasy Star Online 1, or even Universe, you're probably already looking forward to this, and I'm preaching to the choir, but definitely try this out. It was really fun. Thanks for watching.